Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to talk about identification with spirit, with the spiritual plane, the spiritual aspect of reality. In today's world, more and more beings are becoming spiritual, practicing meditation or yoga or different practices, even religious practices like Buddhism, like Christianity, and other forms of connecting with the self, if you can say that, because all practices, all religions uh, are here to connect us with God, to connect us with our inner God, our inner self, with the consciousness, with our essence. That is spirituality, that is yoga, that is meditation. So, seeing this in the world, that more and more beings are becoming spiritual, are connecting with the spiritual plane, with the spiritual practices, with the subtle aspect of reality, I will speak about, like I said, identification with spirit. This is in this area, in this point of evolution, if you can say, we left the identification with the body. So, in the beginning, all thought that we are the body. Yes, we are the body, we are the brain, we are nothing beyond that. We are our hands, our face, we look in the mirror, we are beautiful, we are small. So, this is a very gross identification with the experience, the reality, but not with ourselves. So, more and more beings are going beyond the identification with the body, and now they are in the place of identification with spirit. They say there are spiritual, there are energy, there are a soul, if you can say, uh, chakras, yes, spiritual bodies, vibrations, and everything that is spiritual, connected with the spiritual plane. So, this is a trap. This is a trap. If you are spiritual, if you are practicing spirituality, know that yourself, who you truly are, is beyond the spiritual plane, is beyond all planes, if you can say. Is beyond the gross, the physical, is beyond the spiritual, is beyond even the mental plane. So, identification with spirit, with your soul, with your past incarnations, with your chakras, with your vibration, with your energy, with love, um, with the polarity of your spirit, that is a good spirit, bad spirit, a evil soul, a good soul, no, a light soul, a dark soul. So you have to stop this. Stop the identification with your spirit. You are not your spirit. You are not the energy. The spiritual plane is like the physical plane. Is very similar in the sense that they are points of focus for your consciousness to experience this reality. You have the gross body, the physical body, you experiences the physical world. You have the spiritual body, you experience the spiritual world, but it's just a body. It's not who you are. It's just a part of reality, a more subtle part of reality, a more, how do you say, um subtle is the word, but is still a part of the experience, not of the one who experiences the reality, not a part of the self. So, beings, spiritual beings across the earth, across the planet, stop identificate yourself with the spiritual plane, with the spiritual world, with the spiritual body, with the spiritual manifestation of this creation. Is part of this creation. You are not a creation. You are the creator. You are the Brahman, if you can say. Yourself is everywhere and beyond any place in time, beyond any form. And you can trust this by observing. You have the power to observe the thoughts, you have the power to observe uh, the energy, your energy. You can say, I don't have energy, I'm full of energy, I am negative energy, I'm positive energy. So everything is seen. Is not, you are not in the energy, you are somewhere beyond the energy, seeing everything. Like you look at your body, right? You look at your body and you look to the objects in the room, and there is no difference. You just watch them. There is no I watch my body. There is no a tag or a writing on your body that says my body. Everything is an object in reality. Your body, the TV, the walls. So even the spiritual plane is the same. You are seeing the spirit, yeah? You are seeing spirits, you are seeing energies, you are feeling energies, but you are not the energies. You are the one observing the energies. So stop identifying with the spiritual plane. Stop identifying with the physical plane, with the spiritual plane, with all planes of reality of creation. There are just experience. They come and go. You remain. You are not coming and you are not going. Now is day, later will be night. You will get to sleep. You will dream. Dreaming is just another reality, another aspect of reality. So this world is the same. It's like a dream. A dream that is more a lucid dream than a dream, unconscious dream, you know. Spirituality is more to move you from the gross plane to the spiritual plane, but we have to go beyond the spiritual plane too. So don't attach to spiritual manifestation of this creation. With the spiritual body, it's just a body. It's like the physical body. You cannot say I am the spiritual body, you know, or I am the chakras, or I am the soul. Okay, the soul is changing, is evolving. It's has different periods of uh, living, right? So let's see if we can have time. We have still 9 minutes. Okay, so this is the message. Identification with spirit keeps you in ignorance, keeps you in a more subtle, more easy, more smoother ignorance, but it's still ignorance. You are not the physical body, you are not the spiritual body, you are the mental body, you are not the body. The body is a vehicle to experience reality. It's like a car that helps you move around and see places, and you are not your car, you know. So you are not the body. if a, if you cut your hand, you will not be lesser than yourself. You can watch in today's Special Olympics and so on and so forth that beings without legs or without hands are normal, you know, like they feel normal, they have joy, they're still their selves. So the self it doesn't go, or it doesn't hurt itself if the body is cut or the spirit is hurt. The spiritual plane is like another world. We have the physical world and we have the spiritual world, but it's just a part of this reality, a more subtle, like a quantum reality. You have the physical, the gross, you have the micro world, like bacteria and parasites and viruses, and you have the spiritual, the quantum world that is more invisible to the eye, but is still observable by yourself. You know, the self, yourself, is beyond any manifestation, any thought, any action, any word, any movement, anything. You are the self beyond this world. You have the world with spiritual plane, physical plane, mental plane, and so on, with all the dimensions, and you have the self. So don't mix the creation with yourself. Don't mix the experience, like the body, the preferences, the personality, the spiritual body, the thoughts, with yourself. They are just movements, just creation, just imagination, just experience. So make a big difference. You are the self, and the experience is the experience. We tend to identify ourselves with what we are doing, like what we are eating, what we are drinking, what we are working, what we are um, thinking, wanting. But we are not that. That is changing. That is a part of the changing world. We are not changing. We are always the same. We will be always the same because we are made of something that has no body, has no hands. So ourselves doesn't have a body, a natural body. It has a body created for experience, not a body. Yourself doesn't have a form. So because it doesn't have a form, it can be subject to change or to movement. It just is. It's the presence, the consciousness. Whatever you want to say it. This is the message for today. You will connect more and more yourself with peace if you stop identifying yourself with the experience, with the physical body, with the spiritual body. You don't need to identify yourself with nothing. Just you are yourself. You don't need to reach yourself. You don't need to find yourself. You don't need to evolve yourself. You are already the self. You just need to realize, like I said in previous videos, you just need to be aware that you are the self, to be conscious of yourself. But you are already the self. Who is listening now? The self, but is listening through the spiritual body, through the physical body. These are creation to make us experience duality. But duality is not real, is not reality. Duality is a creation. Everything is the self, everyone is the self, but are different bodies, different souls, different spirits, so we can play. Okay, so practice on this, and I wish you all happy Christmas, um, happy holidays, with much love and peace and self-awareness, if you can say. Thank you, and I'll see you next time on another teaching of the self.